So what should a solar business put on their website? We get that question almost every day. Hi, my name is Willie, and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of SolarFeeds Digital, a digital marketing agency that exclusively work with solar company, help them with digital marketing efforts. Now, today in this video, we are going to look at Blue Ribbon Solar, and we're gonna use them as an example to just show you basically what a good website should do and what do you need to put on your website if you are a solar business or solar installer. Now, without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so as you can see here on my screen, you see this little bar here that you probably haven't seen when you are Googling someone. Now, I would like to kind of talk about this a little. So DA means domain authority. So DA is a metric that's developed by this company called Moz.com. It's a almost a standard tool for any SEO professions, and this is used to see how much Google trusts your website. So it's the trustworthiness of your website, and that's why it's called domain authority. Now, using this little tool, an SEO profession like I am can estimate, what's the effort it needs to rank at first page of Google, and also just the work involved in SEO. What's the difficulties that if we want to rank for a certain keyword? So it serves as a very good indicator of a website's trustworthiness in the eyes of Google. Okay, so and as we can see here, it's at 31 for Blue Ribbon Solar, and 31 it's fairly high among solar installers. So if you are trying to rank keywords such as solar company near me, and for example, if your business operates in, let's just say, Los Angeles, then your DA should be somewhere between 25. So that's kind of just speaking from my experience. I working as an SEO specialist for many years, and so this is a indicator of the work involved in my need to get to the first page. So 31, again, it's pretty good. It's a solid foundation if they want to do SEO and ranking all over the places that they do provide service in. Right, so that's now proceed to look their websites. So now here is their homepage, and I'm going to point it out a few things they are doing it right, so this is I guess the first one. Also, what you need to put on your websites as well. So the first thing is this is called hero section. So hero section is the first section of the website. Typically people place it with a slider or a video background. Both are equally bad, because for a solar installer, your website is supposed to work as a lead generation site. It shouldn't be your liability. It shouldn't be just to show what other projects you have done before, right? So and even if you are showing just the project you had done before, what you're trying to do is convince the potential buyer, homeowner, business owner that, hey, we are legit. We done a bunch of great projects. We have the credential to do it, right? So you are trying to convince the website visitors to give you their contact information, basically, right? So with that being said, with that cleared out, if you know the goal, then your website should optimize in a way that is conversion rate optimized. Now, conversion rate optimized, look it up. It's a thing in I guess in my industry, and this is the first thing I'm gonna mention. It has first of all, it has very clear call to action. Second of all, it has a phone number, easy to see, and actually it has multiple places that it's called what we call a call to action CTA on the website that sort of subconsciously tell the visitor give your information to us when you are ready, basically. So you got free estimate in here, estimate saving, right? So some people put free estimate, and you got estimate your solar saving, right? And you got I guess this is the most important selling point, right? And you can also have live chat. So all of them what we call a CTA, call to action, basically. And what you do is just make it easier for any visitor to contact you. So and that's important part of conversion rate optimization. So they nailed it. This part, absolutely. They didn't put a video background. And video background is bad for many reasons. It's very distracting. It's pretty. I'll give you that. It's pretty. But it defeats the purpose to give the information, the message you want to convey. It shouldn't be just the image. It shouldn't just be being pretty. You want to convince the potential buyer to give you their information, right? So this is good. Not slider. Slider, it's bad for conversion typically, and there's few exception, but not in solar industry. So this part they're doing very well, and then their homepage has testimonial. They got user review. So this is in psychology called social proof. People want to see other people just like them has gone solar or leave comments and give them good review. So give them more confidence. So definitely this is a good way to improve your credibility. And the other thing they are doing very well, of course, this is okay, again, another place to show their reviews. And then you get the benefits in here. So this is good. And it shows numbers. This is also good. And you get a blog, some other blog. So the homepage is doing it pretty well. Although if I were them, I will optimize it, the homepage for other pages too, because typically, I guess this is the thing for improvement. So they can use the homepage to rank in hyper competitive city, which are typically very, very hard to rank, such as New York, right? So solar company in New York, that's pretty competitive to rank. Solar company in Los Angeles, that's pretty hard to rank as well. So if I were them, I will prioritize. I will use the homepage. Homepage has the biggest, what we call a PA, page authority. So it's typically the low hanging fruit. It's typically the easiest page to rank well in any city, basically. And so, but they done something that most of other installer haven't done, and that's how they structure their location pages. I call them location pages because they are page for a state, their page for cities, and you can see here from its hierarchy. It has this if I click on this, you see the URL is blueribbonsolar.com/locations, and then below it, it listed out all the area that they provide service in. So that's good. And if I click one level deeper, it will go to here, Colorado, right? And then so this alone, Colorado is a page, but then they have this what's that called, Colorado Springs, and they put that as a dedicated page as well. And you might think, why the hell would you develop so many pages? They are basically saying that all those pages are basically saying the same thing. It's just kind of introduction of solar installation service, right? Why do you need so many pages? And the secret is search engine optimization. So they did this to rank in every of those cities. So they developed this page so precisely because they want to rank for home solar installation in Colorado Springs, or solar installation in Colorado Springs, or solar business in. But as you can see, they don't take those pages lightly. There are many of them, and if you have a kind of national-wide operation, like this is so many pages, it doesn't make sense to develop so many pages. Well, I'm telling you, it makes sense. It makes lots of business sense, because that's the only way that your website can consistently rank in every of those cities, right? So first of all, the structure itself, this is the infrastructure, this is the foundation of good SEO. They nailed it. This is perfect. This serves as a great example for anyone, any solar installer operate national-wide, and this is how you should structure your website. Another company that does this very well is Vivian Solar, and we're gonna talk about that at the end of the video. We actually have a very nicely written case study and coupled with a very good, well-explained video come along with it. And if you are interested to see the whole case study, you can click on the links below. I'm gonna leave a link there. Click on the link, and then you can download that case study for free, and you can learn from them. They got lots of good stuff on their website, right? So that's back to Blue Ribbon Solar. Now I'm gonna point it out, from multiple marketing discipline, what are they doing well. So first of all, here it has what I call H1. Well, any web designer would say this is H1 header. So it's a header font. It's big, and it has keywords in there. Now, remember the main keywords for this page is called home solar Colorado Springs, right? And so it has the keywords in the heading. So now they nailed it. And as you can see here, they have solar panel installation. This is a keywords as well. So they include it in their headings, right? So, and this is the content, the paragraph, the body, and if so I got asked about this question a lot. Like, do I need to include keywords everywhere in order to rank for a particular keyword set? The answer is yes and no. So in some places, the best practice is to include the keywords, such as the heading. But once you put the keywords on those important places, the 20% that actually have the 80% effect, 20-80 principle, then the copy here takes care of itself. So you can just write naturally if you are instructing a writer to write your copywriting. Then this and this, headings are the places you need to have keywords. Those bodies, No, you don't need that. And then you also have Colorado, right? So this is the keywords as well. Solar in Colorado. So this is the variation of the keyword. So you cannot just do repeating the keyword every time. So they did something very smart. This is very a seasoned, very seasoned SEO, very senior SEO marketers work. Clearly see that. And for some people, you might say, well, it doesn't look that pretty. It got too many tags. Who reads those texts? Well, a lot of people. And not only human being read it. It's Google's algorithm love it too. So Google's algorithm love informative and very educational type of content on your pages. So to get Google to rank this page to top of Google, they have to have lots of meat, lots of text contents. So but they are doing it pretty well by nicely designed it. It doesn't look too much. It looks okay. And they also have reviews, as we say, social proof, right? So they treat this like a homepage, right? So a lot of people treat those what they call sub pages. They say, "Oh, this is sub pages, so you need like 300 words." No. So if you want to rank well, then and also structure it well strategically, by mapping those keywords, different pages are targeting different keywords, and this each of those pages you need to treat it just like a homepage. Basically, you see how much content they have developed for each of those pages, and they are unique contents as well. You see, like looks pretty big paragraph of, see how many how many words, how many text, how much text contents that have put on this single page, right? It's a very long page, tons of contents. And just remember, Google, it's always content hungry. They want more content, so we put on more text on it, and obviously you have to balance that with UI design, right? So I think Blue Ribbon Solar's team, this is clearly a masterpiece. This is very, very well done. A lot of text, but they designed it nicely without looking too cramped together and too busy. So very, very good. And so after they nailed it, the SEO part, they also have this what we have mentioned before, conversion rate optimization elements in here. The contact form is in here, and then if we keep going down, it has estimated savings. So this is another call to action. So another kind of a reminder, a nudge to those visitors to check out this page so that they can submit their contact information. And you got social proof. We have talked about that. Another social proof, nicely designed, like separator, and it also have a I guess a business unit in here, and you can see this is from a Google map. So this is actually called Google My Business. So and as you can see here, they have a actual address in this city, and now I can 100% sure that if I open this in Google, the website, I mean the link in here will link to this precise page to this city, and for a reason that we talk about, so that they can rank well in this city as well. Okay, so and we can also do an experiment just to see if this actually rank. Put it in here, and before it comes out, that's also take a look at their blog, Okay, so I don't like to use the word blog, because it kind of give a very, I guess, wrong or just very outdated perception of what blog has evolved into. So right now, in the digital marketing world, blog actually serve as a knowledge base. A knowledge base not for you, remember, not for other solo professions, for your customer. So your blog are supposed to educate your client about solar and has to be very basic, not like too much industry jargons. Just keep in mind that you are writing the blogs for homeowners, for those end customers, not industry readers. So and I understand a lot of people like to put like media mention of things. Good, put it. You should put it on your website anyway, but put it under about us. Okay, so and this is another part that Blue Ribbon Solar is doing very, very, very well, and we're gonna take a look at it in another tool. So what you are looking at here is SEMRush. So this is another tool. It's very popular among digital marketers. It can help you to spy on your competitor. Not only that, it will show you what's the trend of their traffic, what the source of the most of the traffic, and what keywords this website's rank for, and also as you can see here, when I put in their website, it just shows what a tremendous growth in just recent uh, 2 years, right? So before 2018, I guess it is before doing any SEO. Well, we are looking at organic search, by the way. I have to clarify. So organic search meaning those traffic are from Google. So this is not any advertising traffic. They did not advertising on Google or other. Well, maybe they did, but it's not showing in here. We need to open up traffic analysis and analytics in order to see that. But anyway, that's focusing on what keywords. We talk a lot about they structure their website this way and that way, but what's the result, right? Are they actually ranking? And here, let's take a look. Now, keep in mind, this is also owning the traffic on desktop. We are not really talking about the combine or the traffic for mobile yet. Although it'll be interesting later on, we can check its mobile traffic. But let's see their desktop traffic first. So they clearly rank for Blue Ribbon Solar. It's their brand name, and they are getting most of their traffic from people are searching their name. So this is what we call a branded search, right? So that means people already know you, know this company. So that means they have done pretty good branding in the past. They could have done advertising. They have good, door knocking, whatever, just other channels to get to customer. So if people find you by googling your name, then they already know you. So that's not what we're going to talk about here. And the majority of their traffic are from here, as you can see here. But if you keep looking down, you will see that on third place, it's getting 1,000 traffic, 1,300 monthly by when people are googling how to clean solar panel. Now, who will Google that? Right? Who will Google that? You might ask, right? And most of them would be buyer, it would be homeowners, would be people who have solar panels. So that's why they Google that, right? So what does this tell me, or as a digital marketer? That tells me that Blue Ribbon Solar has done their due diligence, developed their what we call a buyer persona. So, and buyer persona is a fictional profile of their ideal customer. So they done that to analyze who search, right? So and if someone's googling that, they already have solar panel, right? And you might say, well, then what's the point? Well, I mean, you can sell them different things, right? Um, and it is just different. And yes, some people might do it after they have solar panel, but some of them would Google that before purchasing. So this end up catching some of them. And then as you can see from the URL here, it says blueribbonsolar.com/blog, right? So that's what I mentioned before about the blog. It's actually a knowledge base for the end user. Again, your blog need to be written for your potential customer. Your blog, or what I call educate or knowledge base, should be something your buyer, potential solar buyer will Google before purchasing when they're doing homework, right? So, and that's open up. See, and you will also be curious, like, well, a lot of people write about that topic. How would I rank at the top, right? And this is POS, this is a position. So when you Google this in America, then they rank number 1. So yeah, so this traffic is purely American, right? So this is not a combined worldwide worldwide traffic. So just a little note. And then cleaning solar panel, is it even necessary? So this is a very good title. Again, I want to give a kudos to them because this not only rank for how to clean solar panel, but also it will rank for is it necessary to clean solar panel. Okay, so and then let's take a closer look of kind of why they rank so well. And I'm not gonna get into too deep of that, but you should know that the KPI, it's actually one of the KPI should be how much words in there. And I know it's shocking. It's shocking for you. You'll be like, what? How many words? That will determine that whether my website will rank. What if this is a garbage article? That's a good question. So I want you to look at word count as a mean to the end, not the end result that you were after, right? So word count is a good, I guess, a guideline, or is a direction for you to take. So if I tell you that, okay, this article has to be 2,000 words, then you know, okay, in order not to write crappy content, I have to be very thorough on this topic. And then you are in the right direction to write blog that can rank on top 1 on Google. So, just again, I want to say that, the first thing is that they have keywords, good keywords in those important places like headings, or title is a heading. And then you got those subheading. It will have keywords cleaning solar panel in there, and then it has images, graphs, so they help user experience, right? Experience. So another good thing they have done right, and obviously it's very long, as I have mentioned. And the other thing is that they use bullet points, so that make it another thing to make increase the kind of user reader experience. And yeah, just overall is a very thorough website. But and also they have sources. This increase their credibility, So Google love credibility as well. And they also have final thoughts, and this is good as well. Another point they have scored. So a lot of study has shown that people actually, when they find an article, they actually score down to the bottom of the article to see the conclusion, just to see kind of if this is the article they want to read. Is it an advertisement? And just this is some weird behavior people do online. But they done it. This is good. And on my website sort of feeds, it's actually a requirement for writer to write in kind of closing thoughts or like a summary, just like this at the end of the article, and also the source. Now you might ask, is there room for improvement? They are already ranking number 1. So if you are trying to outrank them, here's what I would do. Well, first of all, you need to write better contents. And what does it mean by better contents, right? Better content will be, well, first of all, most likely a little bit longer than them. And second of all, I will have a table of content. So table of content, just like you've seen on Wikipedia, that make user experience even better. And the other thing that I would do is having an author's bio, and put in kind of experts or someone from a company as the author here. He could be the one who get interviewed by their writer, and then you call author, whatever. But it's a best practice to have a author's bio here, right? So yeah, this is a good, very very well done, well executed, and well planned. Choosing the topic. And the other thing I want to add is that it rank also because it has high DA. Looking at here, domain authority that we have mentioned. So if your website has higher domain authority, then using the method I just mentioned, it's just so much easier for you to outrank them. So that's But again, kudos to Blue Ribbon's team. It's just this is very good. This is content marketing done right. And if we keep going down, and then you will see solo provider near me, and this is in South Carolina, Charleston, right? So that means when people in South Carolina Google solar provider near me, this link rank at number 11. So and in I don't know. I get this question. I think you might be curious. Like it didn't say Colorado or Charleston or South Carolina. How does Google know that this person is looking for installer in Charleston? Well, the answer is the IP, because anyone with phone, with a computer, if you search anything, you have a signed IP. All right, you have a computer IP, and what Google would do is to kind of give you a more local business, local. Local. So this is a local search. By the way, when someone's searching a service near me, so this is one of them. And if they have a page here and also link with their Google My Business, then yeah, there's a big chance that this page will rank very well. And also we have solar provider near me. It ranked in number 10, so that's the last position at first page, and it's in Indiana. And let's keep looking down and see other Denver. Okay, so Blue Ribbon. Oh, okay, so they already Google Blue Ribbon, so doesn't count. So that's fine. Another one. All right, Illinois. There you go. So if you are in Chicago, then you Google local solar company, then this website rank at number 7. So again, over and over again, it's proven that the structure of the website, they structure this way, it really pays off. It clearly work. It helped this website, those pages to rank well in the front of Google. And I know a lot of some of the people will say, well, that doesn't really means that person will be a homeowner. Well, but if we are talking about possibility or probability, then not many people Google that, unless they want to talk to solar installer, right? So the chance of uh, you know people who just randomly Google solar provider near me without a intent to get quote, it's just very low. So again, very very well done. So let's see, Utah solar company in Utah. This is ranking number 4. There you go. So and on a monthly basis, getting about 61. And so as you can see, those, I guess, pages and blogs, they all get like around 100, sometimes over 100, sometimes less than 100, but it adds up, and that's how its traffic just growing like crazy. And here it says traffic. This is kind of another indicator of their as good SEO strategy, and that's the traffic course. So traffic cost, and that means in order to get the same amount of traffic, in order to get same amount of exposure by running Google Ads, they will need to pay $76,000 a month to get this type of traffic. But now, when their website structure in this way and writing those contents, they are getting those traffic for free from Google. And that's just from desktop alone, And if we combine that with mobile traffic, I think it'll be more shocking. I'm not sure if, let's see, if mobile traffic will be more than desktop. Oh, no. Okay, so it's a little bit less, actually, but still good. Still pretty good traffic. It's about, close to half of the traffic. All right, so the kind of ranking and the keywords are pretty much the same. All right, so let's wrap it up. So again, let's answer that question that I posed in the beginning of the video. What should a solar business put on their website? Okay, so here's what you put. Let's give it a summarize. So first thing first, you need to have clear call to action, like those conversion rate optimization elements, different, right? So that's number 1. Number 2, you need to have testimonial, right? Like, we have in here. Okay, let's keep scrolling down. So reviews, yes. Let's give social proof. And the third thing, it has a blog, and again, it's actually a knowledge base in order to educate your potential buyer, to give them more information about solar. So that's the third thing. It's a huge project, by the way. It's ongoing, and it might end up putting a lot of money in. But again, the long-term result make it worth it. And so the fourth thing is those location pages. So if you operate in multiple city, then you need to have a page for that particular city. Okay, so that's 4. And then 5. Well, I look at them as part of the base. They're just putting in here. and those are the node part of knowledge base anyway, right? So like solar FAQ, solar resources, blog, yeah, you name it. This is pretty much like the same category of information. They just kind of um, presented it this way because why Blue Ribbon Solar, this is the question that people ask and help to convince the potential buyer, and they put about us here in our team Korea, and if I were them, if there's any media mention, I'll put it under here as well instead of put it in like knowledge base, right? So another thing that should be your project, like the project you had done before. Obviously, you want to make it that. And I want to add one more thing, and that's solar case study. I don't see it on this website. Maybe they are hidden in somewhere, but if they're hidden in somewhere that I couldn't even find it, then they are not really doing a good job. So that's the one thing they can improve on. Case study. It's convincing using real number, real case study just to show how much energy you can save. And then let's face it, there are different type of properties, right? So you can do multiple case study. Each one of them representing a typical of their maybe property type, right? It may be, I don't know, just different. Yeah, just many you can do, especially for commercial solar installer. Each property type is an opportunity to make a case study. So now you have it. And the other thing, just social media. I guess it becomes more standard right now. And it if you don't put it there, it doesn't matter that much anyway. I rarely see any company kind of killing it. Residential solar company or commercial solar company are actually generating business with social media or making a big impact. Some people say, "Oh, stay relevant," but what does that even mean? Stay relevant. Does that help your business? That's what I care, right? But if it's not intangible, then could the money be spent somewhere else that can make a bigger impact versus just stay relevant without much without like tangible measurement. So doesn't really matter if you want to put social media profile under there. It's up to you. And the other thing that might be get overlooked, by the way, and that's the website has to be responsive, right? So there's a website I checked; it already have the mobile version, and the website is built with Word. So I don't want to say WordPress because I will need to confirm. I can look at a code to see if this from WordPress. But anyway, I'm pretty sure it's mobile optimized because right now, as we can see from the data in here, mobile user is a big chunk of their website visitor. So, it's important to have a mobile version. And, save it to the last kind of goes without saying nowadays. And most of the website platform sort of have these features ready by default anyway. So, not something typically people miss. So now you have it. So again, so another company I want to add that if you want to kind of learn even more and then deeper how like a solar business should kind of structure a website in order to rank well in Google, check out the link below this video. And again, I've done a case study on Vivian Solar as well. They are doing a very similar strategy, but I have done a more thorough and more detailed and more structured case study about their SEO strategy. And so, go check it out. And I will see you next time.